Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
This podcast is not safe for work. I repeat, this podcast is not safe for the work. For the love of God, this podcast is not safe for work.
Wee woo!
Hello and welcome to Fan Diction. I'm Jazz, expert at something.
And I'm Tyler, the Chocobo Racer.
Chocobo Racer. I like it.
And that's why I was gone during the last podcast. We were trying to qualify for the World Championship. Sadly, old Bessie didn't make it, but she did make a great sandwich.
That's disgusting. Anyway.
It's better than glue.
That's true.
So I'll probably just address this going in. If things sound a little weird, it's because we're not within awkward touching range of each other.
I know. I can't reach through the screen and, gently stroke your hair like I used to.
But at least you have all the gen you want.
I do. I have... Actually, I don't.
No.
I drank it all.
You only have a third left.
I'm screwed.
So what is this fan diction thing, you might very well be asking? We read fan stuff. Fan fictions, or whatever. It's been a while since we did one of these.
Yeah, it's been too long.
Yeah. So, we have this 20-sided die. We roll it. We pick a story. It's going to make us sad and happy and mostly sad.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly nauseous.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've got 20 random fan fictions picked out by our resident expert here.
Who is this random voice that has randomly appeared in this episode?
Yeah, because we can actually hear you rather than barely hear you laughing
halfway
at us
across
in
the
background.
room.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, she's not on the couch. She's sitting in a chair next to me.
All right, I'm gonna
So-
go ahead and roll this die.
Sounds good. What do we got?
Ay, a little butterfly. And the number is 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh lord, I don't know if we're ready for this one.
Whoa.
This one may actually hurt us to read.
Tell me more.
More than those frozen vaginal icicles?
Yes,
Mm.
this one may actually cause us mental harm. Like,
Oh boy!
oh lord.
And
So it is on fanfiction.net.
Mhm.
It is Shrek Yowie Fest.
Okay, apparently it's Shrek Yowie Fest.
No, it's SHREK.
Shrek Yowie Fest. Oh, my
Yes,
goodness
and-
gracious. Glory.
Oh, you're still on Google
No, don't go to the
Images.
image, you idiot. Oh, I don't want to see this. Oh, this the Bible and Shrek crossover fanfic?
Yes, it is a Bible and Shrek crossover fanfic. I found this randomly and read through it and questioned my sanity.
As usual, when we go in to read things, we, Tyler and I, do not read them ahead of time so that we can be scarred like it's the first time.
well, let's see. We got this fan fiction includes all your favorite Yowie characters, such as Shrek, Jesus, Hitler, and more.
Alright, I guess we have to give the history of Shrek.
Yeah.
Alright, well he's Austin Powers or something.
Yeah, he is. The Shrek is a DreamWorks animated movie series where it takes fairy tales and kind of turns them. The first one is about Shrek the ogre being sent to go rescue the damsel in distress, Fiona the princess, for Lord Farquaad so that he may marry her. But due to a series of events and a talking flying donkey, Fiona doesn't end up with Farquaad, but instead with Shrek, and it turns out she's also an ogre.
Okay, there were 2 spoilers there. One, we didn't know that the donkey flew. Thanks a lot.
Actually, no. The thing is that Donkey does not fly, per se. He has a dragon girlfriend who flies, and he rides on her back.
Well, no, there's a fairy dust scene.
Well, he doesn't use that very long, though.
Did we say who wrote this?
It is by Hitler is my bae.
At least it's only 764 words long.
Yes, it's short,
And
but
teen.
it caused me mental harm when I read it. Like, dear God, why?
Alright, I guess we should just jump in. Tyler, you can go first.
Oh, I hate you already. All right. Shrek opened the wooden door to his muddy swamp home. Inside his smelly parlor, he saw his fantastic lover sprawled on the dusty couch. There he was, in all his glory. His beautiful mustache, the weird mole on his face, his yellow teeth. It was everything that Shrek loved about him. It was everything that made Hitler, Hitler. Shrek roared in adoration?
Adoration?
It's a word. Adoration.
Yeah.
And his spit flung all over the room. Hitler blushed in embarrassment.
Okay, I have to say, this is pretty hot already. Oh, man.
Let me just go ahead and take off my shirt.
Alright, I'll just take on over. Shrek-senpai always spoils me rotten. I should express my love for him, too. Hitler rose from his seat on the couch and caressed Shrek's cheek. There was lots of slime on it, but Hitler chose to ignore it for his pure love for Shrek. Whew, the two were just about to get busy, and I think we know what that means, when there was a huge thunk against the window. They both turned towards it and found that their best friend Barry Benson had mistaken the window for the door. Who the fuck is Barry Benson?
I
have
don't
no
know.
idea. Hold on. To the Googles,
Yeah,
I believe.
because it said Shrek, Jesus, and Hitler.
And more. Maybe
Well-
he's the
well-
more.
Here's the thing. Remember, Jesus will show up. But let's see.
Barry
Right.
Kramer. Wait, no, Barry Benson.
Oh Lord, it's
It's the bee from the movie Bee Movie. Also a DreamWorks
So
picture.
that was Jerry Seinfeld.
Oh, it is Jerry Seinfeld if he was a bee.
Oh, so the character's name is Barry Benson.
Yes.
yes.
So we have Hitler, Shrek, and a bee.
Okay, so a bee from an animated movie that's not Shrek smacked against the window.
Both made by DreamWorks, though.
They rushed out to see him, but his wings were all twisted in horror. Hitler dropped to his knees and started to sob. Shrek reached out to Barry in a show of affection. However, just when he was about to comfort his impending death, Jesus appeared.
Get your ogre hands
But my
of my sweetie honeypot.
Hmm.
I think they're missing an F. Shrek recoiled his hands, and Jesus put both hands on his hips and scolded Shrek.
I like to imagine he does the Z-snap.
That's right, Shrek. Barry and I are together now, and there's nothing you can do about it. Alright.
Oh.
Shrek was silent for a moment, and then started to sob openly. Hitler stopped his crying over Barry and started to cry for his relationship with Shrek, which appeared to be on the rocks.
Whew, okay, I guess I'll just... we're gonna have to pass this back and forth, because this is hurting both of us, I think.
Uh-huh.
Shrek-senpai, is this true? Does your Kokoro really belong to Barry-kun? Shrek nodded solemnly. The three were so wrapped up in their drama that no one noticed when Barry died. He probably could have been saved, but nobody cared enough about him. Jesus simply shrugged when he noticed. Oh well, I guess I'll just go back to Stalin. I did always love his bushy mustache. Jesus. Okay, go, yes.
Jesus disappeared, leaving Shrek and Hitler to figure out their broken relationship. And sparkling tear trickled down Hitler's cheek. Shrek-senpai, I can't believe you actually felt this way. Why would you lead me on this way? Shrek turned his gaze towards the ground. I'm sorry, Hitler. I never meant to hurt you, but Barry and I have known each other for so long, and I just couldn't help myself.
Butt stuff. Okay. Hitler had to restrain himself from slapping Shrek for his unfaithfulness. As angry as he was, he still loved Shrek dearly, and couldn't bear to hit him. That touching moment was ruined by... Their touching moment was ruined by a blue blur that crashed into them. Shrek and Hitler tumbled to the ground. When they looked up, they saw Sonic the Hedgehog standing over him. Sonic had a burger bag in his hand.
Oh, dear God, why?
Okay, it's actually a bag of burger, but I prefer burger bag.
A bag of... So it's like one burger in this bag?
I guess. I mean,
I've gotten a box O donut once.
Yeah.
It was in 12 box that once held a dozen, but only had one after.
Right.
But it was, yeah.
So, are these from your company, Sonic? Sonic removed one of the burgers from his bag and hit Shrek in the face with it.
No, you idiot. They came from McDonald's. My boyfriend Ron gave them to me.
I'm guessing Ronald McDonald and not Ron from Harry Potter?
Or Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, or Ron Swanson. That's the Ron I was thinking of.
Or Ronald Reagan.
Or I'm running out of Rons. Ugh.
Sonic offered the burger to Hitler and Shrek. They gratefully ate them. Sonic looked at his watch and then had a realization. Sorry guys, I guess it's time to make my in-story advancement where Croc advertisement. Sure, that works. Words. Wear Croc shoes, kids. I wear them, and they make me run fast.
Absolutely the opposite.
They probably protect you from the devil or something.
Where did Jesus go, anyway?
I don't know. He went back to Stalin with his bushy mustache. Yes. Yes, he went back to Stalin. Just a heads up. Today's episode is not brought to you by Crocs.
Yes.
Or Sonic. Or McDonald's.
We would take money from almost any company, but Crocs and McDonald's are not on that list.
No. Then again, I don't think they would want to affiliate themselves with us.
No, sex toy companies. We're looking at you.
Oh, joy.
Let's see. Shrek couldn't help but notice how beautiful Sonic's navy spikes looked in the sunlight of his slimy swamp. It's a lot of S's.
Alliteration.
Shrek turned to Hitler. Hitler, it's all ogre now. Then Shrek caressed Sonic's cheek, who instantly began to blush. Shrek? Do you feel this way about me too? Shrek nodded. He took Sonic's hand gently and led him into his home. Hitler fell to the ground and screamed in agony.
No!
Hitler sobbed into the ground. After some of his tears had dried up, he realized that Barry's dead body was right in front of him. You know, I guess the... Hey, Tyler, you go ahead.
You know, I guess the burger didn't fill me up that much. And so, Hitler reached down and ate Barry's corpse. Then he realized that
Then he realized the Shrek franchise was terrible, and he could do better, and that the Pokemon franchise was much more successful.
So he left Shrek's slimy swamp and set on a quest to find his new beloved Ash Ketchum. The end. Well,
Shrek's slimy swamp has to be some kind of euphemism.
Oh.
on a scale of 1 out of... I don't know. This was bad?
1 to 7. On a 1 to 7, I'd give it a...
2?
-1.
Well, there was only one typo that I saw.
Well, that doesn't mean
Or
anything.
2. Then again, I can't read.
No, even you notice typos, and that's bad.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. I didn't really understand where the plot was going.
There was
No.
a plot.
Well, I mean, there was a plot.
I mean, all that I learned from this was Shrek's a whore.
I knew that.
I mean, Shrek is life.
Shrek is life.
So, but yeah, I actually expected that to be much, much worse.
Yeah, I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't super sexual like some of the ones we have to deal with.
Well, as soon as I saw it was teen, I knew there wasn't going to be any Smegma Pokemon showing up.
All right, I just want to wash that taste out of my mouth. Should I just go ahead and roll my giant heavy D20?
I think that's the best option.
Let's move on. Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping... Oh, hit my mic. Does 17 do anything for you?
Well, it's a prime number, and you know how much prime numbers turn me on. Not much, really. They're just numbers.
Okay, I'm glad. Okay, that was weird even for you, man.
Oh my god. This one is for you, Tyler. I think I did manage to find this one just for you, because you had mentioned a while ago the lack of fanfics for ALF.
Oh no.
Yeah. So this is an ALF fanfic. It's actually a crossover between ALF and Ranma 1/2.
Oh, well, that love polydecahedron.
It's 3 chapters long. It's I'm not certain how many words. I have this up on my phone. You want to type this in and bring it up? It's on fanfiction.net, and the title is Melmac 1/2. MELMAC space spell out 1 and then half. Yep.
Came out in
2005.
2005.
Actually, maybe we should give a little history on the American sitcom called ALF.
Take it away, Jazz.
Well, according to Wikipedia, it was the first television series to be presented in Dolby surround sound.
Really?
That's actually kind of interesting.
Hmm.
Title character is Gordon Shumway, a friendly extraterrestrial nicknamed ALF, an acronym for Alien Life Form. He crashes in the garage of a suburban middle-class Tanner family. Stars some people I've never heard of. There was a guy named Paul Fusco who had his hand up Al's ass. Let's see. ALF ran for 4 seasons and produced 99 episodes, including 3 one-hour episodes, making the actual episode count 102 episodes.
Wow, that's pretty long.
That's pretty good. He's from the planet Melmac, and that's why Melmac is in the title of this fanfiction.
All right.
San Fernando Valley, California. There's apparently an alien task force trying to take ALF down. He's a puppet.
His favorite food is cat.
Apparently ALF at one point tries to convince the President of the United States to stop the nuclear program.
Okay.
There were references to Alvin and the Chipmunks, apparently.
Oh.
Well, this was before those really bad CG movies, so we're okay.
Okay.
Yeah, 1986 to 1990. It's fairly old.
Yeah.
And that's ALF. It's ALF.
Now, Ranma 1/2 is a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Rumiko Takahashi. It was serialized in Weekly Shonen Sunday from September 1987 to March 1996, with the chapters collected in 38 Tokobon volumes. The story revolves around a teenage boy named Ranma Saratome, who has trained in martial arts since early childhood. As a result of an accident during a training jury, he is cursed to become a girl whenever he is splashed with cold water, while hot water changes him back into a boy. Throughout the series, Ranma seeks out a way to rid himself of this curse, while his friends, enemies, and many fiancés continue to hinder and interfere.
It was a cartoon.
It was also a cartoon that ran from 1989 to 1992.
It's pretty good. I don't care about that because I just read the best paragraph I've ever seen in my life.
Okay.
There are 6 video games and 1 printing program based on ALF. 1987's ALF, also known as ALF the First Adventure for various computer systems, such as the Commodore 64, IBM, and Apple II. 1989's ALF for the Sega Master System. 4 educational games for IBM and Apple II computers released in 1988 called ALF's U.S. Geography, ALF's Thinking Skills, ALF's World of Words, and Add and Subtract with ALF, and a printing program called ALF's Party Kit. Aren't you happy to know that there were 6 video games based on ALF?
I am, but it seems we've lost quality in audio.
That happens sometimes.
It's back now. It was just a little,
It sounded like you were talking through one of those, like, desk fans that was on fire.
Oh. Well, that's not great. Anyway, we should have just pretended that didn't happen and kept pushing forward.
But I want to know all about the 6 ALF games. I only heard the first one.
Oh, so you only heard about ALF in 1987, ALF the First Adventure.
Yes.
So you didn't know the ones on the Commodore 64, IBM, and Apple II?
No.
Or 1989's ALF for the Sega Master System?
Ooh.
Which I definitely want to find.
Yes.
There were 4 educational programs for IBM and Apple II computers released in 1988, good year, called ALF's U.S. Geography, ALF's Thinking Skills, ALF's World of Words, and Add and Subtract with ALF. It's beautiful.
I kind of want the ALF Thinking with Words.
Thinking Skills it was called.
Ah.
And World of Words.
World of Words, that's
World of Words sounds pretty good.
So yes.
He could teach you how to read.
Finally.
If anyone could do it, ALF can.
Because I sure know Hooked on Phonics didn't.
Alright, I'm just, putting it off now, actually.
Oh, you don't want to read this?
Nope. Let's go to Melmac 1/2.
Well, the good news here is it was written by Borg Rabbit. It is rated Fiction K+, which I don't know what that means.
pretty much for everybody, really.
For everybody, Jazz. For everybody.
Nobody should read this.
It's 3 chapters, 1,678 words.
Okay.
So, fire away.
Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead on this ALF Ranma crossover. Ranma was pretty happy. The Kunos were all committed to an institution, and Hosai had been arrested and hauled off to another planet by the Galactic Police in a block of carbonite for groping an alien princess named Ayeka. Pantyhose Taro had picked a fight with Shampoo, and had defeated her after knocking Ranma out with a strike from behind. Now Shampoo was chasing Taro and Moose was chasing them both. Ukyo had married Kunatsu. A car driving through a mud puddle in front of Akane/Ryoga. Now he's in the hospital getting skin grafts from his butt to his head because she decided to scalp him. Ryoga's scalp now decorated Akane's mallet handle. Since then she had avoided bashing Ranma and they had actually gone on a couple of dates. Life was good then, Murphy farted. Oh, this is a fever dream already.
Well, there's probably a lot we need to explain in with that first chapter.
Well, that first paragraph.
Now, our first paragraph of fun words. Yes. So, Hapusai is a crazy old man who's a pervert and tries to take everyone's panties.
Yeah, more like a perv sigh.
That was really bad.
That was
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit of a stretch.
Let's see. Shampoo is trying to marry Rama because he defeated her, so him being defeated by Pantyhose makes them chasing after that person.
Shampoo has really great hair.
She does and can turn into a cat,
Yeah.
which Ranma's terrified. Let's see if that comes up later.
Who's Murphy?
You know, Murphy's Law?
I don't know.
Probably an ALF character.
Probably.
No, it's Murphy's Law. It's basically saying life was good, and then Murphy's Law took over. Murphy farted.
Let's see. Ryoga is Ranma's rival.
Is he the one that can't find his way to anywhere?
Yes. He gets turned into a pig and is, let's see, Akane's pet. Akane is Ranma's first fiance. Pretty much his dad's a piece of shit and engaged him to like 13 women. Yeah, Japan's weird.
Really, they should stay away from those hot springs.
You would think, but it seems like every character in the show, except for Kane, goes and visits it and gets turned into some kind of animal.
And you have to fall in them or whatever, so...
Yeah, Moose is a goose. Pantyhose, I don't know. I haven't gotten that far, sadly.
Yeah, it was like a 1,300 chapter manga.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just continue on now that we know who everyone is.
Good, because I don't think this thing's going to explain it.
The skies were ominous with odd sorts of lightning and odd-colored clouds.
Boom.
Ranma and his father were sparring, aka Pound the Panda.
Oh, his dad turns into a panda and can't talk.
Let me read it again. Maybe it'll make more sense. Ranma and his father were sparring, aka Pound the Panda. I guess that's what they call sparring. Alright. Akane was watching the two go at it from the porch when the Panda Man got a lucky shot with his foot and knocked Ranma into the pond. A red-headed Ranma jumped out of the pond with what sounded like a thunderclap knocked her and her panda father to the ground. Are you kidding me? Akane saw what happened. An egg-shaped object had crashed into the pond, and arcs of electricity were flashing across the thing's surface. Gradually, the light show died down, and a hatch opened up on the part above the water line. Alright. Go ahead, buddy.
Ranma! Akane called out. There's something in the pond! The two approached what looked to be a small spaceship, resting in the koi pond. The redhead went over and looked in and jumped back. And Gah! It's Cologne's brother, another Ranma character. Akane peeked in and said, Ranma, you baka. It's just a cute furry alien. Don't pick on it. She then whacked Ranma lovingly on the forehead with her hammer, leaving an odd-shaped bruise.
But what was it shaped like? They never go into enough detail in these things.
No, I can only assume that it's shaped like Ryoga's skull, or face, because he was scalped.
Oh, right.
Yes. The girl picked up the creature and carried it on the couch in the living room. The families gathered around and stared at the strange being that had fallen into their midst.
I have a sinking suspicion I know who this character is.
Marvin the Martian?
Yes, obviously.
Okay.
I'll pick this up. The creature groaned and muttered, Man, I shouldn't have cut the corner around that last beacon. Hey, this ain't the tanner's place. They looked around the room at the Tendos. I think there's a U in Tendao. And Sayatome's and settled on Ranma-chan. That mark looking at the bruise on Ranma-chan's forehead. Hey, princess, don't get mad. It was just laying there and I thought nobody needed it anymore. Here, you can have it back. It then tossed a short rod at Ranma. She caught it and suddenly under a compulsion held it up and shouted, Melmac planetary power makeup. Then a sound like a 1957 Chevy backfiring and starting up came from nowhere. She was lifted up in the air and her clothes vanished, showing everyone that she didn't use henna. Okay. Some sparkly lights appeared, and she came to ground wearing a shiny silver plastic bikini and a ceramic tiara. Ranma realized that she was now holding a ceramic baseball bat with little cat-shaped marks and a line down one side. The creature bowed low and said, Hail, Princess China, Senshi of Melmac. You have returned after been missing since the Karel millennium.
I did not see that coming.
This is a fine kettle of fish.
Now I'm hungry.
Well, like Alf, you love fish.
I do. Now on to chapter 2, which the first chapter was called Sailor Melmac. Now this one's called Melmac Shorts.
Don't own Ranma. Alf or Sailor Moon. Still a one-shot. Okay, a two-shot. Go ahead, buddy.
Well, Jack, you better make it 3. Now, well, Princess China. It's Rama, damn it. And I ain't no princess. See, when you have multiple characters talking, they start a new paragraph. Instead, we have this block of text with different quotation marks around everything. I'm sorry to our listeners.
No, it's okay. They can be as confused as us. I'm fine with that. I want them to feel my pain.
This is just poor grammar and editing, and it's horrible to read.
Well, Ranma, as the Senshi of Melmac, you have powers that could save Melmac from being destroyed if you hadn't gone missing. MISS-SING.
I'm sure there's some clever joke that has to do with Alf or Ranma that we're totally missing, and I don't care.
Someone's full of the vinegar today.
Ugh.
Take your scepter and hold it and say, here it's just a baseball bat made of the same stuff as Kasumi's cooking triangles.
Thingies, actually.
Yeah, same difference.
Yeah, sure.
As
Or
I
cooking
was
triangles.
saying, quotations, hold it up and speak out, mighty Melnac cat rosetree?
Rotisserie?
Cat rosetree.
Rotisserie.
Cat? Where? Alf watched as the trail of dust settled as the pigtailed Senshi disappeared over the horizon. He slowly covered his eyes in frustration, and a sweat drop formed on his tiny skull. How am I going to get a decent meal of sushi of cat cuisine?
The Senshi of cat cuisine.
Is afraid of the delicious little burgers? What the?
Buggers. Okay.
Read that one, Jazz.
How am I going to get a decent meal if the Senshi of cat cuisine is afraid of the delicious little buggers? A sound of static discharge caused the diminutive alien to whirl about to see a green-haired Senshi with a mean-looking staff stepping through a swirling portal. You know what, people? Choose a language. You're mostly in English. Don't pepper it with random Japanese words. Anyway.
What's a Senshi?
Warrior.
You little son of a bitch. Not you, Tyler. You've ruined Crystal Tokyo's motif. Imagine Tupperware Tokyo. But at least I can protect Luna and Artemis from your depredations, you monster. Hey lady, you're stretching the material. Pluto lifted the little alien by the scruff of the neck and the two vanished into a portal. Why did they vanish into a portal? Portal?
And who's Pluto?
Sailor Pluto?
So now it's a Sailor Moon crossover, I guess.
Where's the Jen?
Yeah, they're calling it humor, but I don't see any humor in this.
This is just bad.
This is just bad. The Senshi of Pluto teleported out of the zoo's tiger cage, wearing a smug grin and nothing else. Let me see what it's like on the other end of the food chain. The next morning, visitors were surprised to see a little round furball in the tiger exhibit picking its cute fangs with a small piece of sharpened bone. Wait, did he eat Pluto?
No, he ate the tigers.
Looks like Alf ate the tiger.
Oh, Alf. Ah, this is the life. I need to thank that Pluto chick. Hey, does anyone out there have any Tums?
Ranma was going down the street wearing an overcoat. Where is that little rat? How am I supposed to get out of this outfit? I can't even change with hot water. Suddenly a little purple blur went by and her trench coat was removed. Sweeto! Hey, Ranma. Give an old man a thrill? Rama screamed at the pervert, glomping into his chest. She shouted, Plastic prism! And there was a bright flash, followed by the realization her chest was no longer embraced by the evil martial artist. There in front of her was the large plastic container bouncing and emitting muffled swearing. I guess Tupperware is really tough to hold that pervert. Tough to hold that pervert like that. Rama took out her bat and took a bead on
This story is killing me.
the...
This story is really, really killing me.
took a bead on the Arctic and gave a chai-enhanced whack,
Delicious chai tea.
sending Haposai off to molest the polar bears.
Like he always wanted.
A Haposai-shaped silhouette joined a cat mark on the bat. Loud applause caused a set drop as she noticed a crawl of women surrounding her, cheering.
Okay, I have to say something about that last sentence. Loud applause caused her to sweat drop. Like sweat drop is a verb now.
I guess.
Yeah, like when an anime character gets the sweat drop. Yeah, I get it. But they're saying that it's like...
I'm also confused on, like, so she encased Haposai in Tupperware and then hit the Tupperware with the bat, which then made the Tupperware Hapo-sized shape.
Well, she knocked... somebody knocked Haposai into the distance to molest polar bears, and... Anyway, Akane heard muffled curses coming from the dojo. That damn giant sewer rat. I'll kill him, motherfucker. Ranma had finally worked out the D-transformation. Akane looked on with pink hearts in her eyes. Kawaii, and glomped the cute female version of Alf. Gurk, get me hot water. Can't breathe. Akane. The end?
Thanks for the reviews. This won't be a series, and there won't be any plot or meaningful dialogue between these meaningless cadence paragraphs.
Thank God.
Wait, how do you say that word?
Anecdotal.
Really? If anyone wants to make a real story out of this, let me know. I can picture an amorous Ralph.
Amorous, like horny.
Ralph getting Rama as his fiance from Genma and a couple bottles of sake. Who? Anybody remember the homunculoids?
No, nobody remembers the homunculoids.
Oh, but wait, there's one more chapter.
No.
This one's called
Wait.
Two Shot. I don't own Realma 1/2, Sailor Moon, or Alf, or LOTR, OBOTR. But hey.
Lord of the Rings or Board of the Rings? I don't know.
I think that's what they mean. Well, LOTR is definitely Lord of the Rings.
But what's BOTR?
I think that might be Board of the Rings.
What's Board of the Rings?
It's a parody of Lord of the Rings.
Okay. This is parody, or lampoon, so I can do whatever I want. Blah, ha, 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 cough, cough. Alright.
I'll take one, you take two.
Or I'll take one, you take two.
Okay, I guess so.
Alf was walking down the street of Ymir in a funk. Just my luck. That Princess China would have a cat phobia. He spotted a young man in a smoking center wearing some bellowed pants and walked up to get a better look. What he saw made his little beardy eyes bug out. The foot-shaped mark on his forehead. No, it couldn't be.
Oh, man. I'm feeling the nauseating third shot right now. Tadawaki Kuno stood up... Oh, got up and stood regally in the crater that he found himself occupying and spotted the short, furry alien bowling, bumping his long proboscis into the pavement repeatedly. Proboscis being nose. Ah, I am so great that even the minor demons bow before mine exemplary presence. Alf reached into Alf space and pulled out a broken sword that seemed to be made of ceramic. What is with him and ceramic? Man.
It's a handy textile.
Great, thanks, Alf. The pieces were taped together and appeared ready to fall apart, though Melmacian presented the sword to Kuno and said, "It is apparent that you are the reincarnated Arrowroot, son of Arrowhead, king of Gonad, empire of West Melmac. This sword is your heritage as your ancestor Illusutre used to defeat Swordhead, ruler of ruler of Orger." Okay, I skipped the line. Orger, the giant evil cat-hoarding empire of East Melmac and general pain in the butt. Take the shards of nasal and assume your rightful status. How young would you have to be to find this funny?
Pretty young.
-4.
Aye, the gods smile upon me, as I have known, but who what use is a sword made of dinnerware? But hark, a sound of someone hawking and spitting nearby. I shall take this magical item of cookery in recognition of my greatness. Kuno took the sword's handle, and light and smoke emanated from the blade. The smell of seasoned cooked meat hung in air. After the smoke cleared, Tadakawa was holding a restored blade that looked like it had tiny cat-shaped marks down the blade. He was wearing a glittering bathrobe, a paper crown, and leather garters, Alf thought. It's been forever since I smoked cat cutlets and gravy. My king, will you now do what you were destined to do? Man, I'm starving. Yea, verily. I now have the means to defeat the vile yeasty fen-sucking lout of a sorcerer Saotome and release my loves. So saying, he leapt to a roof and bounced off to parts unknown. All that was left behind in a face fault. All Alf was left behind in a face fault, thinking, were all of our leaders idiots? Okay, that was a paragraph.
Meanwhile, a furry, shivering Rama-chan was sitting amidst a number of stuffed animals as a bouncy Azuna Shitori fussed over her newly acquainted Margaride? Huh? Now, my precious Margaride, you look so beautiful, and that pink dress, and Georgina loves it too.
It's pronounced Georgina.
Oh, I remember Azuzu. She's the crazy one who collected everything and called it Georgina.
Okay. I thought all of them were crazy.
Well, she's extra crazy.
Oh, okay.
Not as crazy as the one gymnast chick, but this girl is probably the craziest. Referring to the shackle on Ranma's leg, chained to the floor. And that's the end, folks.
Yeah, there's no the end, because this third shot didn't exist for some reason, where they talked about swords and butts and then chained Ranma to the floor. And
yeah, it's kind of like that third shot when you know two is enough for you, and then you try to finish the third one, and then you just wake up 3 days later in 3 counties away with no pants.
Oh, you need a lot more than 3 shots for that.
Yeah, but I was trying with an analogy.
Yeah, well, I certainly feel nauseated.
Well.
So that wasn't good.
No, that was pretty awful. Not
You're-
offensive, but probably the worst one we've read in a while.
You have to
Yeah.
remember, you were the one that asked for ALF fanfics, and
I-
I found it.
And I thank you.
This is like the only one out there. There's more out there. I have not come across them yet, and reading this one, I don't really want to come across any others.
Well, thank you.
Well, I got
You make-
angry and threw my microphone across the room, but I'm back now.
Wait, what? Why
Don't mind
did
me.
you throw your mic?
I don't know, because that was bad, and it made me feel sad things in my sad parts.
Oh, well, don't worry, Jazz. I'm sure we'll read some of your favorite stories here soon.
Alright, should we do one more? Maybe it'll redeem those last bad ones?
Yeah,
Well-
I think we got time for one more.
I think we got time. What are we sitting at time-wise?
I forgot to hit this watch.
Okay.
I mean, we're sitting...
We're under an hour.
Yeah.
We're about 40 minutes.
This is all very exciting for the listeners at home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, they love it.
Yeah. Hey, it's behind the scenes. It's like a fucking Easter egg or whatever. Okay. I'm gonna re-roll because I re-rolled one we already rolled.
Okay.
1.
We got a critical fail on our hands.
Critical fail. It's okay. Every number is a critical fail on fandiction.
They all fail. That one I'm not so sure about. It was one of the last ones I chose here, like, right as we began.
Tell me.
No, it's, like, really boring bad.
Oh, okay.
But if we go flip the list and say that 20 is actually one.
No. We'll see what happens. Are you fucking kidding me?
Wait, what?
20.
Wait,
What?
it's... I've seen this one. Or the
Oh.
title.
I haven't.
This one's glorious. Honestly, I chose this one mainly because I wanted to hear you read this, Jazz.
Oh, good.
Because it's special in a unique way. The title is Kunzite and Zoisite's Night of Passionate Love.
Did we mention this podcast is not safe for work?
Who are these people?
Okay, so it's actually a Sailor Moon fanfic.
Oh.
Kunzite and Zoisite are two members of the
Bad people?
In English, I think it was the Dark Kingdom during the first season of Sailor Moon. And technically, they're both males.
There's no technical about it. They're just males.
Well, one acts really, really, really girly, to the point of, in the English version, when it first came out, they made him a female.
Oh. And they also made two of them cousins.
Yes, but we prefer not to think about that because they were saying that technically lesbian incestuous relationships were okay.
Yes.
Semantics!
Yeah! So, if you want to bring this one up, it is actually on AO3. And
Hold me, Jazz.
Why don't you just type in? It's, you need to...
Tyler, I'd love to hold you, but I can't.
Yeah.
Because you're hundreds of miles away.
Is it really 100?
Well, no, not really.
Maybe 100 at most.
All the way in Tanzania, and I'm in Buro.
Yeah. Oh.
Right?
Night of Passionate Love.
Yes, this work could have adult content. You should probably click proceed.
Let's see. It has Kunzite and Zoisite, Seme Uke, blowjobs, anal sex, deliberate bad fic, Wibbly Ukai, Zoisite, parody, Seme Kubi.
Predatory. Couldn't be any further from parody. It also has purple prose, twist ending, great gobs of semen, loss of virginity, first time, which I kind of think are the same thing, and also cacks.
Well, okay, maybe we should explain what you're actually reading off here, because this is different from fanfiction.net. So this is another website that you can read fanfiction off of. It's called Archive of Our Own, otherwise known as AO3.
Can I go back?
No, you can't go back.
You can only go forward.
Fic.
You can never go backwards in life, Tyler.
Yes. One unique thing about Archive of Our Own is that it actually has tags about what happens in the fanfic, which is very useful for finding really bad fanfiction. Like, really useful. It's also useful for staying away from things that you really do not want to.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, are you playing with a turret?
Sorry, I was hugging the portal turret because it's plushy. I thought it would help, but then it started talking about target acquiring, and...
I left mine at home. Maybe we should have dueling turrets on each side.
Yes.
But
I'm just more terrified of the great gobs of semen.
No, I
Holy
think...
moly, great gobs of semen.
I think that's the best tag ever. Seriously, that's awesome. Ooh, let's see if there's other fanfics with that tag.
Oh no, I can't click on it.
Let's see, are there any other fanfictions? No, that's the only fanfic with that tag. I am sorry. I'm very sorry.
Well, let's dive on in.
Go on ahead, Tyler.
No.
No, you definitely need to read this first part, Jazz.
So,
I got this one for you.
Should we, how about this? We alternate from voices?
Okay. I'll do a really deep voice.
Okay.
That's too bad, Jazz. I really wanted to hear you do the high-pitched Zoisite.
Well, I'm gonna do Zoisite like this. Come, Zoisite, my tender flower of boyhood. We must do it.
Wait. If you're Zoisite, I should be reading that one. You should be reading the next line.
Okay.
So, come, Zoisite, my tender flower of boyhood. We must do it. Now you read.
Ian kunzite sama no hentai. Zoisite zoite Zoisite. Yeah, that's a really hard name.
Zoisite.
Zoisite.
It's actually a rock mineral.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So not a Japanese pronunciation. Okay. Zoisite squealed loudly as he scrambled backwards into a wall. I don't want this. Stop looking at me like that, he wailed. But the big, strong seaman of... Oh, sorry. Big, strong seme of a man. Maybe, actually, will our expert talk about seme and uke and explain what those are?
Yes.
Oh, Lord. So, within yaoi, which is basically male-on-male porn for females.
I thought it was young adolescents on ice.
No.
Darn it.
There's usually two males in a relationship. You have the seme and the uke. The seme is basically the pitcher, and the uke is the catcher. In other terms, the seme is the top, and the uke is the bottom.
But sometimes a power bottom.
Possibly. It does happen in some yaoi, but those are actually pretty hard to find.
Well, there you go. Now you know about yaoi terms. Now a couple of men are going to continue reading about this night of fashion. The big strong seme of a man kept approaching, angry cock bulging through his trousers, a predatory gleam in his silver orbs.
But you desire me, Zoisat. He growled, picking up the boy and carrying the flailing mess of limbs over to the bed. All as a tender flower of boyhood desires to be deflowered by a big strong man.
Wait, no, this is you. Wait, what? This is weird,
It's a
because...
typo. It's a typo.
Okay.
Huh?
Just keep reading.
But Kunzaito-sama, it's my first time. Big sparkly tears welled up in the boy's big green windows to his soul, his fragile, almost feminine body, trembling in fear. I'm scared.
But that's what's turning me on. Kunzite said in a low, rambling voice as he tore Zoisite's uniform off in one fluid motion. That's pretty impressive.
That's really powerful.
Yeah, he is the seme.
Mm.
Or the uke.
No, he is the same.
Seme. Whatever. Leaving the boy naked and exposed as he tossed him down on the bed. Zoisite's penis was quite hard and reddened, just like his porcelain cheeks were from the embarrassment. And he was whimpering like a puppy that had just been kicked in the nuts.
Speaking of nuts,
Coincides were aching from horniness at the sight. My anaconda desires. You got bums, hun.
how would you start that sentence over?
I can't.
My anaconda declares you've got buns, hun. Oh, Kunzite-sama. Zoiste's eyes sparkled like a malfunctioning electrical cord. Do you mean it? Kunzite ripped off his jacket, displaying big, tanned muscles that resembled a side of beef, if beef were tan instead of red. He pulled a rose out of thin air and brushed along Zoisite's tender nipple parts. You are so beautiful I can't control myself, he said huskily. And Zoisite's fear and revulsion melted away like a piece of cheese on a hot summer day. Kunzite-sama loved him and thought he was beautiful. At least he was sure it was love.
You just read my line.
I thought you were Zoisite.
No, you're Zoisite, Jazz.
But he read the first line and that was Zoisite.
You're the bottom, accept it.
No, you're the bottom. Do it, Tyler. Do it.
Go for it. You can do it.
I'm so flattered. In which case, yes, I do want to have wild sex with you, Kunzaito-sama. He squealed so loudly that a few miles away a group of dogs yipped in horror and ran for cover. Take me, Kunzaito-sama. Make me your concubine? Okay. Kunzite glared sneeringly at him.
As the semi, I will decide when the fucking begins. He roared, causing Zoisite to yip in fear. Then he then tore his pants off, revealing powerful legs and a throbbing truncheon of love, red and powerful with a mind all its own. On your knees.
Trunching?
On your knees, Tyler.
What the hell is trunching?
Truncheon. It's like a weapon, like a little smacky doodle. You know, in your pants.
At least it's not a pile of dick.
Oh, pile of dick.
So-
Come on, slide off the bed. Take that oversized meat stick into your mouth.
Well, Tyler's currently incapacitated. His head is down on the desk. I repeat, he is down.
I can read the narrator.
Yeah, you do the narrator.
Zoisite slid off the bed and knelt before his master, taking the oversized meat stick into his mouth and sucking like the Patch Adams movie. Despite being a total virgin, he somehow managed to fit the entire thing into his mouth and deep-throat his lord without choking or bothering his gag reflex. Oh, Zoiste.
Murph Gurzel. Zoiside moaned around the huge cock. But after exactly 2 minutes and 15 seconds, the large man pushed his head away.
I'm sad that you replaced dick with cock because you love to say the word dick.
Dick.
Dick. I will not be able to fuck you properly if I come too soon, he said manfully. The copper-haired Uke laid obediently on his back and spread his legs while his master oiled his cock. The time has come.
No.
Come on.
I'm sorry, but there's not enough foreplay.
Don't be a spoil sport, Tyler. I even lubed. Come on. I oiled my big fat kyak.
Oh, God.
Yes, master. The younger of the two cried out.
Kunzite then bore down on him with his weight and thrust that massive meaty pole into his tender virgin entrance. He cried out in pain.
Ow.
You can do better than that.
Damn it.
Okay, there you go. That's what I'd say if somebody put their massive meaty pole into my tender virgin entrance. He cried out in pain, a single tear rolling down his cheek like a liquid diamond. Of course, his mentor paid it no mind, as he fucked the boy harder than Cloverway fucked the relationship between Haruka and Michiru.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember the two cousins we were talking about? That's Haruka and Michiru. Cloverway is the company that decided that they were going to be cousins rather than, girlfriends.
Yes, and so as I fuck you like they fucked up their relationship in English.
Yes.
Ooh, Zoisite, you're so tight. Tight like a rubber band around my cock, Kunzite murmured.
Ouch.
You're so big, Kunzite-sama. I'm bleeding, and it feels so good.
Ow?
No.
Just no.
Zero. Zero wanting. Zoisite wept as Kunzite stroked his equally weepy erection.
Weepy?
Huh?
Weepy.
Weepy.
Oh, they explain in the next sentence.
That is, it was weeping pre-cum. His body was almost literally on fire as the big strong man pounded in and out of his titan walls that hemmed personal? Prisoner.
The tight walls that held him prisoner. Zosaito, I am about to come, Kunzite announced after like 15 or so minutes of this.
Ouch.
That's... No.
Come on, it's butt sex.
So am I, Kun Saitsama.
Oh, come on, you can have a little more enthusiasm than that.
Ahem. Ahem. Me. So am I, Kun Saitsama.
So he's answered, I've got your dark crystal here. Prepare for a burst of energy.
No. How did these roles get switched again?
Read it.
It's always been this way. Just
No.
take it.
Fuck you. My inner sanctum is ready to accept your manly essence.
With a roar, Kunzite shot wad after wad of hot, sticky man juice into the boy, coming like a machine gun if a machine gun could have an orgasm. With a reedy wail, Zoiste splattered his creamy love juices against Kunzite's abs. Oh, Kunzite-sama. Oh, that's actually you. Shit.
They're back to the way they should have been.
Alright, go ahead, Tyler.
Oh, Kunsai-sama. He gasped as they rolled over, wrapping in each other's arms. Somehow they managed not to break the bed. I belong to you, and only you, forever. I am your uke, your boy maiden, your concubine. You owe me.
My Zoi Saito, the older man whispered. I shall never touch or look at another person again as long as I live, for coming inside of you has opened my eyes to true love. They fell asleep in each other's arms.
There's...
You want me to read this section?
Yeah, read that X part.
Okay. Minako, I'm telling you, that's not how it is between them, Ami said bluntly, her cheeks going pinkish. Not that I know. I've never seen them in the act, of course, but, well, it's Zoisite. The same Zoisite who was too bashful to hold your hand in public. Minako tapped the stack of papers against the desk and slipped it into her folder. He's shy. Kunzite's really powerful. Do the math. You're good at math.
That's racist.
Or a little bit. Minako, Ami shook her head. I just hope for your sake they never find that. I know poor Zoisite would die of embarrassment. For someone who could read people's hearts so well, Minako certainly had a warped idea of what went on in their bedrooms. Unless she just wanted to think of it like that, of course. Either way, Ami was more afraid Kunzite and Zoisite would die laughing if they ever read the story. It was taking her a lot of self-control not to anyway.
Beautiful.
So, who are those
Beautiful
people?
story.
So, Ami and Minako are two of the Sailor Scouts.
Which ones?
Ami is Sailor Mercury and Minako is Sailor Venus.
So, blue and red?
Yellow?
Yellow.
She's blonde.
Oh, so she was the one who was Sailor V?
Yes.
Okay.
Not that it matters, but yes, these are the people that are making the fictions about their friends having gay sex.
So this is meta?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I feel barfy. You feel barfy, Tyler?
Go to hell.
He looks kind of sick, actually.
Ugh, gross. Okay, well that was some hot man sex.
Yeah.
I
was...
like metaphors. I like the little metaphors.
Yeah, that were... I mean, this was... at least spelled right.
The metaphors reminded me a bit of, Pounded by the Gay Biker Rainbow Come to Life.
Yeah.
Which is a beautiful story. Yeah, so that was Kunzite and Zoisti Sipu's Night of Passion Love Sex.
By...
Oh, right. Who is it
Sarah
by?
J.
Okay, I can't see that. Alright, so, what do you think? Let's say out of 15, how many stars, how many thrusting cocks out of 15 would you give it?
I'm gonna give it many axes out of many axes.
Okay, I don't think axes were anywhere on our thrusting cock scale.
Exactly.
So you're going to cut the cocks off.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, that was definitely your classic, big man, smaller man stuff sex. Okay. So my mind is completely fucked.
I think it's time we give our recommendation and where people can listen to other episodes.
Yeah, go ahead. Do the recommendation thing. Tell them good things.
Okay, so the recommendation for this episode is a wonderful fanfiction called Wand and Shield by Mortez Priest on fanfiction.net. It is a Harry Potter and Avengers crossover, which surprisingly works really well. Or at least the person who's writing this made it work really well. It's basically Harry somehow jumping universes over into the Avengers world and basically saying fuck you to S.H.I.E.L.D. and going on great adventures with the Avengers. With plot. Surprisingly large amounts of plot.
Plot?
I know!
But how much, international gay butt sex?
As of when this last updated, like 0.
I
So
don't know. That's
this
gonna
one-
lose it some points.
this one is actually safe enough for pretty much everybody to read. It's rated T, so you don't have to worry too much.
It's created by J.K. Rowling.
Oh, sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's official J.K. Rowling fan.
I will
fiction
say,
crossover.
Deadpool does show up in a couple chapters, so that's a lot of fun.
How many chapters and how many words?
Oh, it is over 10,000 words. Once again, I'm reading this off my phone, so it doesn't show me all the stats.
You didn't go with the obvious joke.
Yeah. It is
Too long, didn't read.
It is 33 chapters long, and they finally updated this past month. So
Finally.
well, they didn't update for like 6 months. I was very sad.
If you type in wand and then it's actually the first recommendation on Google.
So it has to be good.
And it is right now 260,778 words.
It's really long, but it is really good.
By
Therapy.
Morty's Priest.
Mortez Priest.
They've only been doing this for like 3 years.
June
Yeah.
2nd, 2012.
Yeah. Hey, it's one of those, oh look, it's Harry Potter and Avengers. Let's see how bad this is.
And 4 years later.
It turned out surprisingly good, and I kept reading it and went, wait, where'd my time go?
So that's a Harry Potter fanfic with some shieldy stuff.
And
And
explosions.
And Deadpool, apparently.
Yeah.
If you want to listen to more episodes of Fandiction, you can find us on Twitter at fan_diction or at Newgrounds or at our website, fandiction.co, or at Libsyn, or on YouTube, where I'm making fantastic videos that make no sense.
Turtle!
Oh yes, Turtle. Well, they'll find out about the turtle soon enough, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this has been it for Fandiction. I'm gonna go clean my brain out with soap. Do they make like little guns that shoot soap bullets so that you can put them in your mouth and shoot them up in your brain?
No, unfortunately, brain bleach has not been manufactured yet.
I was thinking you could try with the squirt gun in a bottle of bleach and just put it in your mouth and...
I don't think we'd have enough.
See, this is why I failed engineering school.
What about like in a like a cattle prod, but it erases your memories, and then we could forget that we ever read that thing with the man sex.
Or
Which one was more offensive to you? Was the man sex or ALF?
Well, I mean, I hate the bastardization of the classic sitcom from the late 80s and early 90s, ALF, Alien Life Form, who loved eating cats.
Yeah.
With Ranma, which is actually an anime I enjoy quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still have to go with the man sex, I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with you. I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. So until next time, this is Tyler.
If we had some kind of motto, we would say it now.
We don't have one yet.
Eat a taco, bitches.
Don't be a pile of dick.
Yeah. All right, that was a podcast.